Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So obviously it's just me today, but today I am going to be telling you guys all about my sickness and why we moved to Arizona and how it really all happened, because a lot of people are curious, like, why did I move? What happened to me? A lot of people didn't even know that I had actually gotten sick. Just the fact that I couldn't go to school anymore and stuff, so people started getting curious about it, and then all of a sudden I moved. So I made this video because just people are curious. So how it all started, it started when I was in freshman year of high school. It started like maybe middle-ish of freshman, and I started getting my feet started getting really swollen and purple, and then my hands started getting really swollen, like to the point where they were huge and they would turn pink and purple all the time. And so my mom was like, I think we need to take you in, this isn't normal. So we went in and they right away wanted to take me to a rheumatologist. And a rheumatologist is more like, I don't know, it just helps like with more people that are more sick or whatever. I don't know really how to explain a rheumatologist. But we had gotten one in Albuquerque, New Mexico, because that's normally where I'm from. And it's called the UNM hospital out there. And she pretty much, first I had a doctor, and a girl doctor, and she told me that I had she told me I had arthritis and Raynaud's. And Raynaud's is like bad circulation in your hands and your feet, and I had that. And then she moved and I didn't have a doctor for a while, so it was hard because I didn't have a doctor for a while. So I was really bad and really sick all the time. And my new doctor had came, and he had diagnosed me, which is called mixed connective tissue disorder. And that's like a mixture of like everything, like arthritis, dermatitis, what is the other one? Raynaud's, and like a few other things. I mean, I don't really like to pay attention a lot because I didn't really care at the point where I wasn't paying attention, like, at all. I didn't care at all. At any of my doctor's appointments, I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm sick. Like, forget it. Like, I really didn't care. And it sucked because I should have cared, but I didn't, because I was at the point where I was like, you know what, I don't care about my sickness. I really don't. But after that, after he diagnosed me with all that stuff, I had to get on a bunch of different pills. I was on about like 12 different pills every day. I would have to take 12 pills in the morning and 12 pills at night. And it sucked. Like, it really did. Sometimes I wouldn't even take them because, I mean, I'm a teenager. I didn't want to take them. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to have a normal life like every other teenager did, instead of taking pills every morning and night. And after the pills, they started me on treatments. And the treatments, I would have to go into the hospital. First, I would have to go there and stay there all day, from the morning all the way till night. I would go in at 6 in the morning or like 7ish, and wouldn't leave till like 9 o'clock at night from getting my treatments done. And those treatments are called IVIG. And I was getting those for about, I would say like a year. I was getting those for a year, and till one day I got a really bad reaction to it, where I was getting really bad head pains. I couldn't walk. I was getting so dizzy, lightheaded. It was bad, so I had to rush to the emergency room, and they had to switch me medications, the treatments, to another one. And I was on that one for about almost another year or two, until I got another reaction to it, and I couldn't take that anymore. So then they took me completely off treatments because my body was not accepting them, and it was bad. It was really, really bad. After that, they started me on steroids. They're called prednisones. So I don't know if any of you guys know what prednisones is, but it's a steroid. And I had to take those for about a few months, maybe a year. I'm not quite sure. I really don't remember. But I had to take those. I gained so much weight. I mean, I've gained maybe about 60 pounds when I was on those steroids. It was really bad. But then it was just getting bad to the point where I literally stopped going to school. Kids started noticing that I stopped going to school. Kids were making fun of me, saying, "Oh, how come you're not in class?" This and that. But no one knew. No one knew I was sick besides a few people. The few people that I was close with. I'm not going to say names, but just the only few people that I was close with. And it hurt to me because no one knew what I was going through, and they made fun of me for not going to class and everything. They shouldn't judge someone until they know their story. It just sucks that people do that to other people. But anyways, I stopped going to school. There was a few times where I couldn't get out of bed for maybe 2 weeks, the most. And that's when my mom started saying, "I think we need to get a second opinion. My doctor he's not diagnosing me right. He kept giving me wrong pills. He never used to answer the phone for us. When an emergency went on, I would always go to the emergency rooms. Literally, the hospital was my home. It's sad to say, but the hospital was my home." It's so hard to say that because I was there 6 days out of the week, literally. It was bad, but we just had to get a second opinion. I mean, we did car washes and fundraisers to get me to where I am now. I mean, it's sad because all my family is in Albuquerque. Literally everybody. And I miss everybody so much. But it's just, I had moved to Arizona. And that's 7.5 hours, 8 hours away. And it's just hard to go through what I had to go through. I was going through this since I was 15 years old. I mean, when you're 15, you want to go out. You want to go out with your friends. You want to go have fun. Do what teenagers do. And I couldn't do that because I was in the hospital all the time. All the time. So it just sucked really bad. But yeah. But after all that, we had gotten a second opinion in Arizona and here at the Phoenix Children's Hospital. And my doctor at UNM, he would not write me out here. He would not write a referral out here. He was so rude. He did not help with anything. He didn't diagnose me right. And so what he diagnosed me with was mixed connective tissue disorder. And out here, after coming out here, I went to one appointment, and they did blood work again. I mean, it was just like starting all over again. But they took blood work. They did a bunch of other tests on me and all that. And I had nothing. Everything that the doctor told me that I had in Albuquerque, I had nothing here. So the only thing I have is called dermatomyositis, which is actually really bad because that's having to do with body muscle, and I don't have very muscle anywhere. I'm very, very weak still. I mean, I can't even open my own water bottles. Like drinks, I can't twist them because how weak I am in my hands. I do have arthritis still, which is in my knees, my elbows, and I do still have poor circulation in my hands and my feet. So what that is when it's cold outside, my hands will turn purple. Or like when I'm cold, my hands will turn purple because I don't have circulation in my hands, so it doesn't know how to react. And my feet is the same way. I'll turn purple too. But it's just, I'm used to it already. Like, I mean, I get embarrassed, like, out at stores and stuff when I'm cold. I don't want to show my hands because my hands look like old lady hands. Like, they don't look like old lady hands, but they're very wrinkly because I don't have that much, like, thick skin like other people do on their skin. And my hands get very purple. So it's kind of embarrassing to me because out in public, I don't want people to like look at me and be like, ew, look at that girl's hands, they're all purple, or like, I don't want to go through that, and I just get scared that someone's gonna make fun of me. But I have those 3 things, and everything else is I don't have anymore. Like in Albuquerque, the doctor in Albuquerque told me I had lupus in my skin. And I don't even have lupus in my skin. So everything the doctor told me in Albuquerque, I don't have except for 3 things. That's it. 3 things. And it sucks because the doctors over here are saying that the doctor over there possibly made me more sick with the medicines that they gave me. And like I said, they gave me 12 different medications, so it could have been either one. But that's what that goes. And I asked a few people like questions they want to ask me because I know people are curious, because like I said, no one knew besides like maybe a handful of people. And I didn't want to tell anybody, but I think it's time for my story to go out because I want other people that are going through what I went through to know that they can talk to me because I've been through it. And I don't want kids or any other teenager to go through what I went through. So a lot of people asked me some very good questions, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all of them in this video. It's going to be really long, but just bear with me. So someone asked me, why Arizona? How does Arizona is the only place your sickness does not affect you as much as other places? So honestly, our Arizona was not our only option. There was Boston we were going to move to, or Arizona, or Colorado. And I mean, Arizona it was just faster. It was just like we got job places out here, whatever, and we just came here to Arizona. But Arizona has a higher elevation than Albuquerque does. So the elevation here helps me with my body more than other elevations, if that like makes sense. And so the other questions I got is, how long have I been sick for? So from now, I've been sick for 4 years. Yeah, it's hard to believe because people probably see on my Snapchat, my Instagram that, yeah, I'm okay, like I look fine and everything, but honestly, on the inside, I wasn't fine. I was just ignoring the fact that I was sick and I didn't want to know that I was sick. People would ask me, why are you so strong? How are you taking this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I don't want to know I'm sick. I don't want to know I go through treatments. I don't want to know that I take a lot of pills. I just do it alone. And I didn't tell anybody this, but there was a point where I didn't even want to be alive anymore because it was like I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker every single time. And it was just hard. But thankfully, I had a wonderful family to help me with everything. And wonderful friends, because if it weren't for my family and friends, I wouldn't know what to do. I'm sorry, it's hard to like say that I've been through everything that I've been through. But anyway, someone asked me, so someone asked me, does your sickness make it hard for you to do things that would normally come easy to people? At the beginning, yes, it did. I was playing softball and I was into softball my whole life. I've been playing softball since I was 5 years old. And once I got sick, I couldn't play no more because I didn't even have strength to like close my glove. I couldn't have a strength to swing a bat because my hands don't close all the way. So I couldn't hold the bat to swing it or else I would throw it. Another thing is the water bottle thing. I mean, everybody else can open water bottles and I can't even open water bottles. Like Gatorade, water bottles, just anything with caps on it, I cannot open. It hurts my hands and I cannot do it. That's really it. I really don't get jealous or anything about anything because I know in the future I will be able to do it, and I'm just not too worried about it right now because I'm very positive and I know I can get through this, and I have all my family and some friends on my side, so I'm pretty positive about everything. And another person asked me, is it hard to talk about it? Well, at the beginning, yes, it was very hard because, again, I didn't want to know I was sick. I just ignored what people told me. But now it's like I'm happy. Like, I'm willing to talk about it because, I mean, it's my life story. Like, if you want to ask me questions, go ahead. Like, don't be shy. Like, it's not hard for me to talk about it anymore. So yeah. And another question someone asked me is, what do I do to treat it? So what I did to treat it was obviously the medication and the treatments. And I mean, I have really dry like skin and stuff, so I would treat it with like lotions, and I would treat like, I don't know, there's just different stuff that I would treat it with. And then someone else asked me, who's someone that's been there consistently with you through it all? Honestly, my mom and my stepdad have been there for me through everything, like since the beginning. But other than them, my family and my boyfriend have been there for me through it all. Like, I have treatments, my grandma and them will go with me to my treatments, and my boyfriend will go with me to my treatments. My boyfriend wasn't with me in the beginning when this happened, and that was freshman year. We weren't together then, but after we got together, he was very supportive. He would miss school to go to appointments with me. He would miss school to go treatments with me. He was just very supportive. So honestly, all my friends and family were very supportive, and they were there with me through it all, and they still are. And another person asked me, what's one thing that motivates you to keep fighting? What motivates me to keep fighting is my family. My family are my number one priority, and they would always tell me I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay. And they were my motivation because they were always there for me. So yeah. And another thing someone asked me was, has there been progress? There have been a huge progress, a very, very huge progress. I am very good now. I've lost 55 pounds since I've been off my medicine. And how am I feeling now? I am feeling great. Honestly, I feel normal again. I can go out shopping. Sometimes I can open water bottles, but not all the time. I'm feeling great right now. I'm great. I love my body right now. I'm more positive about myself right now. I'm great right now. So, yeah. And I think that's pretty much it. There's really a lot more to this. This video is getting too long, so if you guys want me to make like a part 2 of this, just give this video a thumbs up, and I'll make a part 2 because I want to help people that are going through the same thing as me, and I don't want anyone to go through what I went through, because I have literally been through hell and back. It's really sad to say, but I have. Bad. So, those are all the questions. So, yes, I moved from Albuquerque to Arizona because I needed a better doctor and better treatment, and obviously I have that now. I look totally amazing. If you've seen me then and you've seen me now, you would notice a huge difference. If you have any other questions that you guys want to ask me, you guys can comment down below, or I'll leave my Instagram and Snapchat in the description. But other than that, I think that's really it. There's more, like I said, but I think I'll leave it at that for now. Just give this video a thumbs up and I'll upload another video. But thank you guys for watching this whole video if you guys watched it. It's very emotional because I would never think that I would go through what I did, and I would always think, why me? You know, like why choose me to get sick? I was doing good. I had always good grades in school and everything. So just if you're going through a rough time, you can always come to me and talk to me. But that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something, that you guys always have someone to talk to and to stay strong, because I am the most strongest person anyone could ever meet because what I've been through. And yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in part 2. Bye.